This concrete is an absolute mess. Not sure what to do, but it's the color's separated from it. The concrete is super hard underneath. It's wicked stiff, but the top, look at that, you can't even dent it. You can't even dent this.
That's what it is. He says it's all stone.
Huh?
He said that it's just everything's on stone.
I can't even dent it.
Feels like
It's rock hard. You ain't even leaving a dent in it.
Yeah, 350 pounds.
Yeah, you're not even denting it.
It's just water. It's water and then just that's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. You're not even.
You can 5 more minutes. You're not gonna get a stamp on it.
Hey guys, Bondo here. We are at this house here. It's a camp for somebody, and they want to rip this deck off and put stamped concrete here. So we were hired to do that work. We're over here. I got the mini excavator. The boys are unloading it. So we're gonna rip this bad boy down and get rid of all the lumber and everything. And then we are going to dig out a footer and build the footer out of stone. And we're going to put some chimney blocks in as a base. And we're gonna kind of build, the chimney blocks are gonna raise the concrete up off the ground a little bit, but we're gonna have to take a lot of organic soils and stuff out of there. But this whole deck's coming down. That's the first thing we're gonna do, is take that down. So we got the Mini over there on the trailer. You can unload that Mini. Got the Mini over there. So that's the first thing we'll do. We'll get this and rip it down, and I'm gonna probably put everything on that trailer and get rid of it. So that's what we're doing, guys. Stay tuned. I'll show you how we do it right from start to finish. We're gonna try to get some video footage for you. Got Biscuit backing up. This is usually scary. Chase it around there, buckshot. Yeah, didn't do too bad. Yeah, that'll work. You're getting good, he says. I don't know if I'd say you're getting good, but look at him all proud of himself. I think standing on the deck is the best place to be.
There goes a 40-foot railing. Yeah, that would have sucked. Watch out for that pipe. The thing was just nailed right to it. That's how you tear a deck off. Come right off nice. Should probably step back. To the got a good sized section here.
See if I can make the swing here. Okay guys, that's one load. I think we're gonna do her in 2 loads, so we got all that crap picked up. Just gonna saw that one when we get back, but gonna get rid of that one. They're just strapping down. We got chain binders on it and everything. One load down, one to go. Be nice if we get this all demoed today, which I know we will. Back for a load number 2. Alright guys, next step we're going to mark it out. This patio is 14 by 31, so just going to get a mark with some paint. Put a couple marks down through there so I got some reference. And then I'm going to dig all that clay out of there. It's really, I don't know if it's clay or just looks like just topsoil. It's really black and organic, so this is 14 out, so we'll dig it bigger than that, but make sure the house is 31. That's what it should be. That was an easy deck demo, I can tell you that much. Took us like just a few minutes to load up the rest of it. 30, yeah, okay. Okie doke, we'll make it the size of his house. Alrighty, we'll start digging this clay, topsoil clay mix out of here. So his sewer line is busted right there, and we are way above that. These guys been hand digging it with their shovels just to make sure we didn't hit it. But that thing is pushed way down right here, and you can see my bucket was up higher. I never even got near it.
A huge rock on top of it. When they backfilled it, it probably broke it.
Oh, probably. I'm surprised it even works.
Actually, big rock's right in there somewhere.
I pulled a huge rock out. I put a
threw
huge
it up
rock.
there.
That's the one.
Oh, that's the one?
That's the one that was right on top of it.
Okay. Well, you can see it's busted right there. So dig that out a little better so we can see what it looks like. You can tell it's been like that.
It's been leaking, you can see.
Yeah.
All the dirt.
I'm surprised it even worked. So he's gonna need a new sewer line here. Guys. For sure.
Great to fucking disturbing.
Well, we're gonna need to put a new one in anyways. I wouldn't want that under the concrete, that old line anyways. I'd want some Schedule 40.
It's already broken.
Well, you can't bury it with this crap, you know? Just have to put it in.
Well, it's been leaking down here for a while.
Yeah, it's all black.
It's on top of rocks too.
Yeah, there's rocks all around it, on top of it. Yeah, it's been down there a long time. It's been down there a long time. I'm surprised, like I said, it goes down and then back up. That
It actually worked.
crap actually even flowed through there.
And it's smushed. Really.
Sounds, I mean,
It's got enough.
It's hollow.
hollow.
It's hollow. It just. I bet it
Are they
didn't.
connected to services out here?
No. It's just there's a septic tank back here.
Well, I was wondering if maybe it's just not in use anymore.
Oh no, it's in use. It's definitely in use. Ain't no city sewers out here. Yep. That is definitely wicked smush. That's why you don't backfill these junk anyways. Alright, that's probably pretty good. We'll have to put a new line in there. Okay guys, we got her all dug. This is what she looks like. Got a big old pile of dirt here. We got it down, so next step, we took 2 trees out too. Next step is we got to get some gravel in here and some stone and make a footer, a stone footer along the edge. Down there and back. And the rest we're gonna use probably like a bank run gravel in the middle. And I'm gonna order that for tomorrow. And we'll be in good shape. We're gonna take all this dirt and we're gonna put it over there in the woods. That's where the trees went. We got rid of the trees over in the woods, so that's what we're at. Going along pretty good. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Beer 30, if you know what I mean. We ripped it right out because it was crap. So it was I don't know what they had going on here. They had thin wall pipe with a 3-inch inside of it. So you can see the 3 inches inside the thin wall. So yeah, that's the sewer pipe. Looks like it comes down at a sharp angle too. Yeah, it's all jacked up. We gotta fix that. That's not good at all. And it goes down into the tank here. So we're gonna replace that. And that'll be good. We'll put some Schedule 40 good stuff in there because you ain't gonna be able to get at it underneath this concrete porch here. All right, guys, this is what we got done so far. We got rid of all this dirt. I put it over there, leveled it all out in the woods. There's a big drop off there. The boys are mixing up some hydraulic cement. We are fixing their pipe because they had a thin wall pipe and there was a 3-inch pipe stuffed into it. What a mess that was. It'll be all right. You'll be able to do it. That's too loose. You gotta add some material to that. I mean, it'll heat up quick, but you better put a little bit of powder in there. You can't work with that. It's too loose. So we're gonna pack in here with hydraulic cement to take up that space right there. And we got a Schedule 40 pipe going into here. There's a built-in baffle in this tank, so we don't need to worry about making a baffle. But we're replacing this line because it's made out of this really thin garbage here. It was all crushed and everything. So, and they looks like they stuffed a 3-inch line inside of it. Just a cob job. So we are gonna fix that. We gotta get it. We gotta get it to here, and then we can't get into camp right now because they don't live around here. This is a camp, so he's gonna mail me a key, and then I can get in the camp and finish this repair. But we're gonna get it so there's a coupler here so that we'll leave this. We won't backfill this area right here, so that we can get in the camp next week and fix it. We're trying to get this pipe in so we can put our stone across and our gravel inside of here to start working on building this up. We got 1 load of crushed rock over here. That's this stuff here. This is actually a guy makes this for me, and it's got a lot of dust in it. It's not limestone, it's just regular rock, but it's got a lot of dust in it. You see the dust, and that packs really well. And that's going to be our footer for our chimney blocks. So you can see the dust in this stuff. This stuff has got a lot of dust in it, guys. See? And that once that gets wet, that stuff tightens right up. That stone dust. There's no dirt in it. It's all stone and stone dust. So it's the same as like limestone, if you're familiar with that, except it's a different kind of rocks. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start. He's bringing me some item 4 gravel, same guy, and we're gonna put some item 4 gravel in there. We're gonna make our footer out of this crushed rock. We're gonna bury this pipe right here, and then we'll be in pretty good shape. So stay tuned. We got Kevin over there at the Kubota. Moved a lot of dirt today. Quality repair right there. They're full of hydraulic cement, which will dry in about 5 minutes. So that's how we do it. Here's our load of item 4 gravel. That's our second load of material. We're gonna get another load of that, so it'll be 3 loads so far. Bang! Always loud. That's how we're doing it, guys. We got our stone footer in here, and we're graveling this. You can see we're getting about 8 inches thick of gravel, and then we're tamping it. We got our pipe in all bedded down here into the tank. We just gotta put some gravel under it and raise it up to that height. We gotta bury it in here just to raise it up because there's a little, it drops right there. It's gotta be picked up a little. This is how we do it. You can see we piled the stone up where our wall goes, put some gravel behind it, put gravel on this side of it. Now Biscuit's tamping it so I can drive in from the end without messing it all up and keep working my way down through here with my gravel. And then we'll be able to put our stone in here from that end. Because you can't really get in here very good with the shed here and all that, so that's how we're doing it. It's packing in really good. This is good stuff. That way I can drive on it. Kevin, the Kubota, can drive on it. Hey guys, Bondo back again. We're over here at the project, and it's Tuesday. We got rained out yesterday, so we're gonna commence to laying some block today, some chimney blocks. We got 50 of them on the trailer, and they're heavy as all heck, as you can imagine.
5,900 pounds of blocks right there.
5,900 pounds?
Yeah, it's a good breakfast.
We already loaded them all. Now we're gonna lay them in here. And this is only half of them. We need more, like close to 100. So we got our stone footer in, as you've seen us put in probably in the video. Gravel in the middle here. We're gonna use some of the, we're gonna screen some of this bigger stone out of it and try to get some fines. And we'll start laying blocks and just put them right down. They just dry stack in there, and you fill them. You fill them with stone in the middle, tamp everything out, just like a retaining wall. We still got to fix that pipe, but we're waiting. The homeowner's supposed to mail us a key, or mail the neighbor a key, so we can get into camp, so we can get in there and cut that off inside and see what he's got going on, and get that through there and put some. We got some hydraulic cement. We can fill that big mashed up hole that's through the blocks, repair that whole thing. So we'll get that fixed hopefully, because we can't really backfill until we get that fixed. So all right, we'll get to work in here, show you how to do this. Okay guys, we got this laid out here, and without cutting them it comes out to 14.2, so we're just gonna make his patio 14.2 instead of 14. That way we don't have to cut anything. There's gonna be one cut in this wall, just because we want to make it exactly the width of his camp. We actually spotted a block here, and we spotted a block there, and we measured our diagonals corner to corner. That's why we spotted this block. We went out 14.2, and we went over from that wall this way 30 feet 8 inches, which is the width of his camp. Spotted that block, then we measured our diagonals. If your diagonals are the same, that means you're square. So we want to make sure we build this thing square, so you don't have some rectangular coming off the back of his house here, because you never know, that they might put a roof or something over this. I mean, you just always want to make everything square anyways, but it's especially if they're ever going to put a roof on it. It's got to be square with that building, so that's the way we do it. It's going to be nice. It's going to be a big patio here. So we're going to start working on this wall. We got Kevin the Kubota over there. Dustin and Biscuit are loading some block into that so we can bring them around over here. Not have to carry them as far. They're wicked heavy. They weigh, I think we said they weighed 100 pounds a piece or something like that. Biscuit knows what they weigh. I'll let you know when he tells me, but they're heavy. So we brought enough. We brought 50 of them on the trailer. That'll do about 1.5 rows. So we'll be in pretty good shape here in a little bit. We'll get once you get the first row in, guys, it's not bad. So basically, got to get the stone really level using a hand tamper. We've already tamped it with the big thumper there. Big thumper. We've tamped it. So now you just got to fine tune it. Basically, we kind of scrape it out, take a hand tamper, tamp it out, get it nice and level. We got a level here, and we got our laser set up over here. So we're checking our height with the laser stick and the level, getting it perfect. And that's the challenge, is getting it really nice. This first course, getting it really level. Once the first course is in, you just stack them up and glue them on, fill them up with stone. That's how we do it. So Kevin and Biscuit, what a team. That's good. All right, we got to get back to it, but get this first course in. You wuss.
Yeah, well,
man of your stature. Oh, 118. I knew you'd know. 118 pounds a piece.
Probably more because it rained yesterday.
Oh, well, they're pretty dry now. All right, guys, we got to get back at it. All right, guys, this is what we got. We use a string line to lay this long course. Those are just line holders. And we also use the laser to check everything. But we got our first course in. Next step is to backfill this with stone. We put this same crushed stone that we use for the footer. We'll fill these cells with crushed stone, and then we'll backfill it with gravel. But we will put a little stone along the inside, just like a drainage plane, and the outside. We'll have a little bit of stone, and then the rest will just be gravel. But the whole thing will drain. Frost doesn't get in here because it just doesn't hold water at all. Everything leaches the way we build these, so they're frost free. No frost gets into clean dry stone. That's how we do it. We're gonna get Kevin going here and put some stone in there. I probably got 3 or 4 yards of stone left. Probably 4 or 5 yards of gravel left over there by the garage. Well, here's where we're at, guys. We got the one course down, all the stone in it, backfilled it. There's Biscuits stamping it out. We got basically gravel on the outside and stone on the inside of the wall. It's about a foot of stone on this side of the wall on the inside, and then that's all gravel. And then we use all gravel on the outside. Dustin's just sweeping it off. This is pure stone with the dust in the middle. We got to sweep it off like Dustin's doing now so that we can lay our next course of blocks. The next course will actually get glued. We actually run PL Premium Landscape glue, same stuff you use on retaining walls, and we'll glue this next course down. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll build that up a lift. One more lift. We got 2 more rows to do. We got basically enough blocks to do each of these sidewalls in 1 block here. And then we'll have to make another run tomorrow to get another, that's what we got left. Make another run tomorrow, get more blocks. That's what she's looking like. I just ordered 2 more loads of material. This is what we got left on the material. We're totally out of gravel, so so far I've had 3 loads of material, This is what we got left in stone. There's a tiny bit of gravel mixed with it, but this is all stone pretty much here. And we got 0 gravel left, so my guy Earl's gonna bring me a load of stone or gravel first, and then he's gonna bring me a load of stone, and that should finish up. From what I'm figuring, we need about 18 to 20 more yards of material, so 2 loads ought to be plenty. And that's it. I'll touch base with you in a little bit. We're gonna keep right on rocking here. Biscuit's gonna go inside and tamp. We're gonna actually lift that tamper over that wall, and then we will machine tamp all that on the inside. This is just like if we're doing a garage, we do it in lifts. We do it in about, on this one, like 7.5 inch lift, because each block is 7.5 inches with no mortar under it. It's 7.5 inch each one of these lifts. And we got 3 courses here. So the object here, guys, is to build this concrete pad up off the ground. So it's unlike just a patio at grade. It's going to be more like a deck. It's going to be up, so that you don't have to take so many steps down out of your house or camp here. So that's why we're doing it. What's that?
Come on, Honcho, you're slowing up. Good guy.
What do you need?
We need you to pick this thing up.
Pick it up. You're strong.
Ain't that strong?
Ain't that strong? Hold on. Boys are burning them up. See, we put glue on the bottom, glue on the end. So, yeah. Boys are gonna lay them in. There's a top and a bottom to these blocks too. That's it. They just about lay themselves. There's a little groove in the bottom, so that's the bottom.
They definitely do not lay themselves. Yeah, don't ever say that.
That's how we do it. This is the Loctite PL 500 landscaping block glue. That's what we're using. Right there. Landscape. Okay guys, so it's 3 o'clock. We are going to take the trailer and the truck and go get another load of blocks. We're gonna need about 46 more blocks. This is what we got done here. We just got to fill this in, and then 1 more course, and then same thing, you just fill it with the stone in the middle, stone here, gravel. There's gonna be no more backfill around the outside, maybe a little bit right here, and just blend it down. That's all. The rest is gonna be on the outside. It's gonna be, this is pretty much great on the outside. It's enough room for a little bit of topsoil, but that's what she's looking like. Earl brought a load of the gravel. He's on his way with a load of stone, so there's the gravel. Good fine crushed gravel. It's nice stuff. Packs really good. It's nothing more than an inch and a half minus, I should say. And there's the stone. He's bringing us another load of this, and that should do it for material. We should be in good shape. So I'm just waiting for Earl, and then we can head to get the blocks at the block plant. Getting a load of stone, guys. That ought to do it. That's a big load right there. Get ready. Bang. Always got to be ready for the bang. Hey guys, we're back at it. It's Wednesday morning. This is where we stopped yesterday. You've probably seen in the video. We got another load of blocks. Here they are. Putting them in the skidster bucket. We're gonna work right over here and start laying them in. Then we gotta fill them with stone. These ones we laid yesterday are all glued, so they're rock solid. They don't move once you glue them. That's for sure. Big biscuits in Kevin the Kia Boda. Blocks are heavy. Use equipment where we can. Sure beats carrying them by hand. We got a septic all backfilled with gravel here. Still got to do this pipe repair. Evidently, the neighbor across the street has the key. The homeowner mailed it to them, so I can go over and get it hopefully today and do this repair inside the camp. I'll show you what that looks like. Then we can fill this in and get back to getting up to where we need to be. If we get it too deep here, it's gonna be hard to get that big tamper down in there. So we want to get that repaired before we go up too much higher. That's course number 2. Got your buried course that locks it in. We got course number 2. We're gonna put one more course on here. Just doing it in lifts. This pipe situation is really screwing us up. Now we got this big hole we got to deal with over here. So we tried to get the key from the neighbor, but evidently it hasn't came in the mail yet. They stopped over. We went over there to see if we could get it, and they said it hadn't come in the mail. The owner of this property called me and said the key hadn't got there yet either. He's tracking it, but this is messing us up. Now we gotta get down in that big hole with that tamper. That tamper is a beast. So not good, but we'll get it. We gotta take this dryer vent out too. That's gonna be under the concrete. We're gonna have to relocate that. But on a good note, this material tamps like a mother. Definitely packs down really good, so that's a good thing. We're gonna put a little more material in here, but we gotta be careful how big we make this hole. So it's gonna hold us up. We were gonna pour this probably tomorrow, but if we don't get this plumbing situation straightened out, we're not gonna be able to get it done this week. Put things behind. Okay, guys, I got the pipe out of there. I used the Sawzall, cut it, kept cutting it and cutting it and pulling it. We got it out of there, so we're all the way through. So they had 3-inch line going through here. Well, it was 3-inch inside of 4-inch. I'll show you what it looks like, but we're gonna get the jackhammer in there, the little jackhammer. And we're gonna try to make that hole bigger so I can get a 4-inch line right straight through the wall from out here. And then we don't have to get into the camp. We can do our work after, and we'll hydraulic cement this outer piece around here. That'll dry quick, and then we can fix it from the inside too. Hydraulic cement around it. We may need a big drill bit or something and drill that out, or use our jackhammer attachment on the drill, and we'll get that out of there hopefully. And we'll just take this 4-inch line right here, and we'll get it right through the wall, and then we're in good shape. And we don't need that key right now. This is what they had going on, guys. They had like 4-inch thin wall, and they had like this 3 inches even thin wall. And there's that, and it's got like spray foam around it and stuff. So I had to cut it. You gotta lay down on this mat here. It's a pain in the butt. Lay down on that mat and cut it with this Sawzall. You can see it's like got spray foam around it. It was a cob job, so we'll get it right. We'll get that all hollowed out and ready to roll. All right, guys, I'm gonna throw this on a time lapse. We got Dustin down there chiseling the hole out bigger. Me and Big Biscuit are gonna start laying this wall in. I'm gonna throw this on the tripod on a time lapse. Okay, guys, we got some hydraulic cement here. This is what it is. Fast plug hydraulic cement, fast setting. So we're mixing it up. We're gonna put some rocks in it just to give it a little more substance, because this is a big, pretty good sized hole here. We got the pipe in, so the hole's pretty busted up. They never really had it nice, so I stuck a little chunk in there to stop it. But we're gonna mix up like a half batch and fill all this in with the rocks and stuff, and then we'll mix up one with no rocks in it and clean it up and make it nice. Then we can backfill, because we still can't get in this camp, so because we still don't have a key. And we got our last course done, except we're missing one block. I got to pick up one more at the house, but getting that in is gonna be good, because then we can keep moving. We took the dryer vent out. We'll have to plug that hole, because that's going to be under the concrete too. In pretty good shape here. Everything's laid up as you've seen in the time lapse. We got that last course in, so we're gonna use like a margin trowel and stuff this stuff in there. How is it?
A little stiffer than that, or?
Oh, it'll be stiff here in a minute. Stuff dries pretty fast, doesn't it?
Yes.
3 to 5 minutes, so I gotta get moving. Okay, so I got the stuff with the rocks in there. Now we're mixing up another batch to get a little better. That stuff dries pretty quick, but she's still a little soft. We're gonna patch it and then go to lunch and let it harden up before we try to backfill it. But they're mixing up one without any stones in it this time, because I just need them stones in there to kind of hold its shape, because there was such a big hole on this side. Okay, guys, she is repaired. No, just make it so I can drive it down the road. Go ahead and put that gas can up on a 5-gallon bucket for me.
We're actually gonna put it in your back seat upside down.
There you go. That's what it looks like, guys. We're gonna go take lunch and let that harden up. Then we gotta get in there with the big tamper and do some lifts, but we'll hand tamp, get over that a good foot or so before we do too much. That big tamper, she's a beast. And we still gotta fill that in. I gotta get a piece of block or something to stuff in there. But that's a good repair right there. All right, guys, got everything cleaned up. Used all our gravel and stone. Got this all cleaned up. Yard's all tracked in, flattened out. I got a good pitch going this way. We do need to cut one block and slap it in there tomorrow. Left a little pile of stone for that. Got to come up with a flashing detail up in here. And we're going to form it up. I'll show you how we do that. We're going to do that tomorrow. And we're going to try to pour it tomorrow too. So, but we're going pretty good here. It's going to be nice. We're going to put a pitch in it. Going this way. So any water runs off of it. But that's what she looks like so far. Alright guys, so Thursday, we're back. We got our block in that was missing. We put flashing up against the house. This is aluminum flashing. So that's concrete's gonna be below that. And then there's gonna need to be a counter flashing coming down and over the concrete. But this door needs to be replaced. That rim joist is in bad shape. It's good down here, it's just up near the door. We're gonna have to cut that out, put a treated piece in. It's all solid down here where we nailed it. They got some flashing here that used to be for the deck, but evidently that wasn't enough. But they're gonna need a flashing tucked under the log and come down to the concrete and over. They're gonna need to do that. Otherwise water will get in there. But that'll protect that wood right there. So Chris is putting the board on the edge. Just a 2x4. We tab con that 2x4 edge like that. And that gives you 1.5 inch overhang on the concrete, because our form board's gonna come and get screwed into that out here. So that creates that 1.5 inch board there, or overlap there. And what we're gonna do today is we're gonna caulk the seam here so we don't get concrete oozing down through there. Somebody had mentioned that. That was a good idea. One of my subscribers had mentioned doing that, which we always think about it and we never do it, but we're gonna do it today. We're gonna caulk that. I brought the caulk with me. That way, because you get ooze coming through there and it'll run down the face of these blocks when you peel the form. And it's really hard to get off of there. It doesn't look that great, so that's what we're gonna do today. And that should help us out. But we got some rebar, some wire mesh. We're gonna get this all ready, and we're actually gonna pour it today too. We're gonna try to pour it around noon today. It's about 10 o'clock now, so we gotta get rolling. All right, guys, we are ready for concrete. We got some rebars crossing in here, landing on here for extra support. An X there, an X there. Then we got one going, or two going across the back here. We got wire mesh in. We caulked this gap right here so that when we vibrate the face of this, it doesn't ooze and run down that face of that block and leave a bad spot on the face of the block. That was one of my subscribers' ideas, like I said earlier, but we're gonna see how that works. Don't really have to worry about this gap because that's outside. It always runs down through here and it makes a mess. So we're gonna try that. Just putting a little scab on the seam here. Where the biscuit is. Right there. And we got some pieces of block we're gonna try to set under the wire mesh, but we can't do it yet because we got a wheel. So we got to wheel a bunch of this down here, so we won't be able to wheel over it. But we're gonna try to throw them under there as we go. Got a bunch of them busted up. Throw them under there just to help hold the rebar up. I got more blocks on the truck too to throw underneath there. We're gonna pull it up as well. That's where we're at. We put fibers in the concrete too, so it's gonna be strong. And it's like over on the edges here, it's like 7.5 inches thick down to 5 inches here. So it's super thick over here where we came up. And most of it's 5.5 inches, the rest of it. So it's calling for 9 yards because it's like 14 this way and it's 31 this way. 30 foot 8 actually. We got a cone out there. Is it Big Robbie? Here comes the Come on, looks like Big Robbie. Unless somebody's got his truck. No, that's Big Robbie right there. Big Robbie in the big truck. Circle T, baby. Coming in to save the day today. See if you can get right in here, Robbie. Alright guys, we got some super plasticizer. You gotta climb up there and dump it into the truck. Because we are pouring this with some super plasticizer in it so it flows a little nicer. But we also don't want it to be a loose slump and have the concrete be really wet concrete. We don't want wet concrete, but we want concrete that's more workable. So the super plasticizer will make it more workable. Today guys is 4,000 pound concrete. It's got full air in it, air entrainment because it's exterior. It's got microfibers in it, and we put the super plasticizer in there. It's fall. It's mid-October here in New York State, so it's a little on the cooler side. The boys got hoodies on. I got a t-shirt on, but I'm gonna be putting my hoodie on. And we'll hopefully get this down really fast, and then we can stamp it. We're gonna stamp it. It's gonna be a seamless stamp pattern. There's a brown color in this concrete, so the color is gonna be like a light brown that's in the truck. And we're gonna cast charcoal powder on top. It's gonna give it some antiquing, and I'll show you how we do that. Let's see what the mud looks like. Here it comes. Ooh. Oh yeah. That looks really wet. Really wet. All right. Yep, that's a 7. Swing it over. Definitely looks like she's loose. Yeah, that is juicy. That Super P really made it wet. Holy moly. That's like self-leveling.
I don't think he started at a 4 before he added 2 gallons of Super P.
Yeah. That's really wet. That's gross. That is wicked wet. Oh man. I don't know. Is that any good?
Not really. I don't know how we're going to do the pitch with that. The color is separating.
Yeah, the color is not even going in with the... It's leaking bad out the sides here. Yeah, it's just dripping out. This concrete is an absolute mess. Not sure what to do, but it's the color's separated from it. The concrete is super hard underneath. It's wicked stiff, but the top, look at that, you can't even dent it. You can't even dent this.
That's what it is. He says it's all stone.
Huh?
He said that it's just everything on stone.
I can't even dent it.
Feels like
It's rock hard. You ain't even leaving a dent in it.
Yeah, 350 pounds.
Yeah, you're not even denting it.
It's just water. It's water and then just that's hard.
Yeah, it's hard. You're not even.
You can
5 more minutes, you're not going to get a stamp on.
No, something's wacky here. Something's wet. We're gonna have to take that right out. Probably. I don't think this truck's gonna be any good. So after 10 minutes, it's hard as a rock. We gotta rake it to get it up. The color's totally separated from the mix. I've never seen it act like that. All the color just ran out into the water. Totally weird. So that was an epic fail. It's been a few minutes. Sorry. Well, it looks good, but there's no color in it now. Or did it just mix in? Oh, it's got color in it. That looks way better. That looks like what we wanted. I don't know. What do you guys think? Looks pretty nice. All right, we think it just wasn't mixed up good with the plasticizer, so we're gonna get onto it, rock it in here. We just gotta clean this. We gotta clean this edge up with a. I'll get my mag and do it, just so that does it. He seems to think it's gonna act fine. He says it'll be fine. Okay guys, we got her in. We just gotta bowl float it. We kind of left it alone for a second because it felt pretty loose, but she's tightening up. That Super P is working like it should have. The problem was that they didn't mix it up enough in the truck. That was the whole issue. Yeah, we almost rejected it. We were talking to the plant about rejecting it, but we didn't. We tried it one more time to mix it up and it was fine. So now we gotta bowl float it. I get that float out here.
This is the product we're using. So, working pretty good.
Surface retardant. Surface water retardant. What's it called?
Evaporation retardant.
Evaporation retardant. It's like 20 after 4, guys, and still waiting on it. Sun's down, but we got a nice surface here. We're going to lay this down by hand in probably 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, and we're going to stamp it. So in pretty good shape. You can kind of push into it with your fingers and see it's not quite ready. You can kind of leave too deep of fingerprints. If you push, the concrete kind of sponges under your finger. Sometimes it's not going to hold the weight of somebody on a set of sliders. So we like to slide these. You can get out there with your knee boards and slide it, either sliders or knee boards, because there's you can get this edge a lot nicer. It's hard to get this edge really nice. You can see it's not that nice down through there. So if you get on there with your knee boards or your sliders, you can make that a lot nicer down through there. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just waiting on it a little bit longer. Stay tuned. Go time. Yeah, it's got good air in it. It's nice. We'll get her laid down and get to stamping. Nice surface. Now it acts like real concrete, don't it? We're a little nervous about that Super P today, guys. Definitely acted a little funky. We were so close to getting a new truck of concrete. Glad we didn't. All right, guys, we got her all stamped. That's what it looks like before we clean it. We'll pull the form off tomorrow. It's still a little soft to pull the form. We tried to pull the form. It's too jello-y, too spongy, so we don't want to pull the face off of it. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll get some video footage. Okay, guys, we're here the next day, washing the slab. Pain in the neck because there's a nice hose right here, but we got no water because the water shut off inside the camp, and we never did get our key to get inside the camp, so that's really holding us up. So we had a cart water over here. We brought 3 55-gallon drums with water. And if you ever need to cart water, just fill them up and put a piece of plastic with a ratchet strap around it. We do that all the time when we need water. A lot of times we don't have water at jobs, but this really sucks because there's water right there. And we normally would lightly pressure wash this and it pushes the powder right off. You got to be careful pressure washing it. You don't overwash it, but you put it on the fan and just it goes about twice as fast. So this way we gotta use buckets, and we put Dawn dish soap on there. Just regular old Dawn dish soap. That cuts the powder and helps carry it off the slab. You can see the whole ground's covered in powder. So first thing we did was just sweep off the powder. And then we put water on it after. We got a lot of the heavy powder off, and we put water on it. Now we're just scrubbing it to get the powder to adhere to the soap, and then we'll wash it off again. That's how we're doing it. It's a pain right in the neck. Okay, guys, we got her all washed, and we just gotta let it dry, and we're gonna seal it Monday because the wind keeps blowing all these leaves all over it. Total pain, but we've had to bring all the water over and wash it, but we got it. It's hard to tell what it's gonna look like right now because it's half dry and half wet, but it's gonna look a lot like that right there. That area right in there is what, because that's still wet. That's what it's gonna look like.